Yeah, hello, this is just a little update of what's changed. With the little Aqua One, I've got some of this, what is it called? Carib Sea rock that's totally dead. And so I put it in with the like sand, everything's in it, and done basically what I've seen quite a few people do online, and it's seen as a more sort of modern approach to starting a marine tank, and that's to use everything dead so you won't get like having to cure the live rock and all that first before, like I mean, waiting for the nitrates and that to die down. Because that's what I had on the other one, doing it like the more traditional route, like like maturing the tank first, letting the live rock and everything go through its cycle. And I thought I just wanted to try it like this with what was originally meant to happen was I was meant to, like it says on the bottle, to get the fish and add the bacteria at the exact same time, and use like a smaller, well, not as small a fish as possible, but no bioload that's going to be sort of too heavy for the bacteria that's just being added. So originally I just got a little a damsel, the least aggressive of well, the least aggressive one you can get out of damsels, I suppose. But it's not going to be staying in this tank. It was literally just to cycle the tank, and then it'll be going into the bigger cube. But yeah, the rock won't be staying like this either. It's just for like to get the tank going. I want like something to absorb all the bacteria that's been added. So I've got. I mean, it's not totally dead start anyway because I've took some Cyperax out of the big cube. So I mean, it's obviously being helped by that, and then just dosing it with the bacteria. The only thing I'm not too keen on, you can't have the skimmer on when you put the bacteria in for 4 days. So originally what was just meant to be the damsel, I went today and got some clean-up crew for the cube, and I've got a sand sifting starfish, a couple of cleaner shrimps, and what else did I get? Some hermit crabs. Anyway, a couple of days ago I had to take the porcupine puffer back to the shop for a credit note, because I knew that's why I didn't have a clean-up crew in there first of all, was because I knew that I couldn't have that. But from all the people I spoke to who keep them, they said that really, as long as they're fed well, you don't really have to worry about them eating your fish. As long as the other fish have got places to hide and all that. Anyway, he was literally eating fish out of there every day, and he weren't even eating them, he was just biting them, killing them and leaving them. So yeah, I mean, it's one thing not being able to have a clean-up crew, but not being able to have other fish in the tank, because he was going around at night. I watched him with a red light on, and he was just going around taking them out at night. But so yeah, he went back. I just got some supplies with it, some rock and all that for the tank. So yeah, I bought the damsel to cycle it, and this one here, this puffer. Oh, I forgot what the name is now. So I've been awake for about 20 hours. But his colours are all looking washed out in a minute, because I've only just put him in there. He was in there, he was fine in the other tank. Today I dropped the starfish in, straight away he starts trying to have a little nibble at that. That went under the sand. He then went after the cleaner shrimp, started trying to bite the antennae off and that, so I had to catch him out of there. And he's had to go into the cube with the little 120 litre. I think that's about, what is that, about 25, 29 US gallons, something like that. But so yeah, he's looking a bit washed out because he's moved literally a few hours ago. But from what I can read about them, they're meant to be, well, reef safe to an extent around soft corals and like things like anemones and that. You're not meant to have to worry about them. But it also said normally they're fine around clean-up crew. So yeah, I don't know. I suppose it's down to the individual fish, isn't it? But I haven't had much luck with the puffers so far. But yeah, this one only gets to about 3 or 4 inches, so a bit more manageable. The damsel's hiding in now. In regards to the sump, this time I've got it set up differently than when I set it up the first time. Excuse the way the Cyperax is in there. I've got to make something out of egg crate tomorrow for both tanks. Well, that one over in the other corner, I've got a contraption that can go in that to hold it. I don't don't actually have to DIY something for this one, I'm gonna. But yeah, I've got to pick up not a bracket. I've got the bracket, but it's the wrong size for all the socks that I've got. So I've got to go and get a new bracket tomorrow to whack on now. But there's not really much in the way to take out of here at the minute anyway. It's only been going since yesterday, so hence why the skimmer's not in here. But that's what I was advised. If you're doing it as like a dead start, just with bacteria, that I was told to oversize my skimmer. So in here I've got the Deltec 1455, which is rated for up to 1,000 litres, which is about 240 gallons or something like that, US. So yeah, I like this. It's very similar to the one I've got in the other tank. In fact, these are going to be getting swapped over because this one's rated for 1,000 litres. The one I've got in the 400 odd litre tank is rated for 600, so which is, what's that, about 180 gallons. So I'm going to swap this one over into the bigger tank and put the other one to 1350. So it's rated for like 5 times this tank, so it's good. So yeah, so far so good with this. I've got my lights. Well, I said in my other video, I've got all my plans sorted with my lighting arrangements for both tanks now. So yeah, the AI will be going onto this, and Radeon XR30 is going to be going onto that one. But yeah, this is the other one. But yeah, I managed to get both auto top-ups sorted now. I've got the same ones on both tanks. But sorry for the light because it's starting to get dimmer now because it's late where I am. But I'm really pleased with the way this is coming along. The amount of coralline algae I've got growing in there in such a small amount of time is unbelievable. It's not really showing it up in this light. But yeah, I couldn't be happier with how this has gone. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but I still haven't got the plumbing sorted out yet. I've literally just got hoses, right, a bodge job on it in a minute, but it's being done. I've got something to do tomorrow early on, and then my mate who works at the shop, it's his day off tomorrow, so I'm going to see if he's going to do the hard plumbing on the tank for us. Yeah, probably. I think I'm going to have to drain that sump anyway and take it out because I've got the auto top up reservoir. I'm using a barrel, and what I didn't do when I set this up was, well, the auto top up that was in it, when it was all put in place and the water was put in and then turned on, realised that auto top up don't work, so I had to go and get 2 new ones for both these tanks, and I can't get the bit over the top. There's only a tiny little gap, but anyway, it has to be filled with an inline pump, so I'm going to have to take the whole thing out, but just not the tank, not drain the tank, just take the sump out, drain it, take it out, and then put the top up, auto top up in the reservoir, because that holds 50 litres, so that's plenty. In this one, yeah, got that's another Deltec 1350. This is the AC model, it's not the DC. I won't buy none of the DC ones. Everyone I spoke to about them said they go wrong. But the ACs, you can still find them on shelves in shops that are brand new, and they do some really good deals on them because it's not the current model, so that's what I've been doing with mine. I managed to get that 1455 out of them, maybe they're the Aquatics for £100. But yeah, I've had to put just a media bag for Ciprax. I've got sponges in there at the minute. I've got no sock on there because this was designed to come out. The person had this custom built for him, and it used to come down and then come off into 3 different channels. So you'd have to have 3 filter socks on it, or what I'm intending on doing. I mean, they didn't have that originally on it. They had the come-offs running like other things, like had the water from the return pump powering other devices as well. But yeah, they didn't use the socks. They just had this. What this channel was here for was to have sponges put in it, which is what I'm doing at the minute. But the problem is I had nowhere for the Cyprex to go, so where it is at the minute and where the water's coming in from, that's going to trap quite a lot of crap on the bottom. So until I get my Shagos up and running and all sorted out with the controllers, I'm just using this Fluval for 300 watt. But yeah, like I said, I'm quite pleased with this. But I'll be even happier when I get my new wave makers, because what I'm going to be changing them all to is this style now, the much more slimline versions. And this is actually the most powerful one out of all the wave makers I've got. So I was originally going to buy 3 of them to put on here. I was going to buy some second-hand MP40s, Ecotechs, but I don't know if I'm going to need all that, and it's not only that, even used they're like expensive. So I've been looking at the Max Spec gyros, because from what I've been told I'd only need one for this tank, having one pointing down at the rocks and one pointing straight for surface agitation and for some current. But yeah, I'm pleased. I've definitely got the caught the marine bug now. But yeah, this one's still recovering, but whether or not it's going to make it is another thing. But yeah, this is what the puffer was doing to everything, like literally bit half the tail off, but it's gone back to where the meat is a bit. But I mean, it's no infection or anything, and it's been still swimming and eating, but yeah, I'm a bit pissed off about that. And these are like, where I live, these are like 30 crown each as well, the clowns, and yeah, he's took out a good few quid's worth of fish, that puffer. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever buy another puffer again. Even I've got told, yeah, we'll get the dewels, they're a lot like, less hassle. I get one, straight away starts trying to eat my shrimp. I wouldn't mind the shrimp didn't even get a chance to hit the bottom before the puffer was on it. And the shrimp was the same size as it. Yeah, these are Hydra 52s, something else. I'm really impressed with these. Cheers.